get it going, yeah, right now. We can get it going, yeah, right now. Big dreams in a small town. I leveled up, they need to pipe down.
Yeah, what's up, man? This is On Top of Your Game Sports Talk. I would like to chop it up with y'all today. If you want to get on and chime in with me, chop it up with me. I just want to, it's been some news that Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, they was arrested on some gambling acts, allegedly. It included the mob involved, and they named some mafia bosses that was involved as well. Just prayers out to them boys and their family. Just hope they can get out of this situation. Never want to see nobody, especially the color of our skin, you know what I'm saying, involved in this, you know what I'm saying, when they got families to feed out there, you know. But my thoughts on it, you know what I'm saying, I'm not a big gambler. But my thoughts will be, if I'm in that situation and I got millions and millions of dollars and I'm the head coach in the NBA, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't want to put my family at risk or for that, you know what I'm saying. Gambling can be a habit, you know what I'm saying, just like a drug, you know what I'm saying. It can be a bad habit, you know. And for people out there gambling, you know, you just got to be careful because, you know what I'm saying, the feds is looking at everything we do, you know, and especially when you're getting people out of millions of dollars allegedly, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be somebody going to take a look at that, you know what I'm saying. They claim Terry Rozier had inside information as pertaining to the games, who was going to play, who wasn't going to play, allegedly claiming he faked the injury in 2023 when he was with Charlotte, just to, you know what I'm saying, play some bets and get inside information, 4 bets, and that they had sunglasses, you know what I'm saying, that could see in poker games, had like a system set up to win not thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in poker game. Man, that's wild, you know what I'm saying. So allegedly, hope them boys come up out of this some way and somehow, you know what I'm saying. You hate to see that for them and their families. And we had some games on the other night. I watched the games. The first game I watched was OKC versus Indiana, and with Indiana's injuries and their main players out, they star players out, it still looked like the finals from last year. They were still competitive. They could have beat OKC, but you know, Shea, you know what I'm saying, Gildrich, you know what I'm saying, the MVP, you know what I'm saying, he make big plays in the moment, and you know, OKC woke up from 3, and so that was it. But Indiana, they shocked me because they still played without Halliburton, and they had some other injuries as well to their roster. And I haven't seen, if y'all know, what's his name? Was the big man for Indiana. I haven't seen him out there. So they shocked me. So they still the team to beat, you know what I'm saying? That was real interesting how they was the team to beat. Lakers coming up here. They got a game against the Timberwolves, a rematch, but I just haven't seen anything from them, you know what I'm saying, as of yet to make me think that they ready for this year. You know what I'm saying? We seen Marcus Smart and other guys, you know what I'm saying, they came to life, but Luka was the main one to carry the load of the team. And, you know what I'm saying, LeBron is out, and hopefully LeBron can get back soon enough. And, you know, it's concerning early. You know, I was just saying that because the Lakers, you know what I'm saying, when they were successful in 2020, they had 2 centers. They had JaVale McGee and they had Dwight Howard. You know, AD wasn't the big man. He wasn't playing the center role. He was playing as a forward, his normal position, what he wanted to play. And they was more successful when they had these other 2 bigs that was aggressive in the paint. You know what I'm saying? AD wasn't getting banged up like he is. And, you know what I'm saying, that kept him pretty much healthy throughout the, you know what I'm saying? He still had his knickknacks and where he missed a game or so from some knickknack injuries, but he stayed more preserved, you know what I'm saying, when he had other 2 big men And they kind of went away with that formula because guys, when they get their championship ring, now they want to get paid. So they go to other teams to get paid and get the money they want. And so when they win their championship, that's what they do. And so I was chiming in on that. You know, Damian Lillard on the situation with Chauncey Billups, and, you know, he's the head coach, and, you know what I'm saying, you the head coach of the team. And Damian Lillard had just came over there. He wasn't doing so well with Milwaukee. Had a season-ending injury, and now he's over in Portland, and now this situation came up. It's crazy. And I guess Tiago Splitter is the interim coach that'll take over. I remember Tiago Splitter playing for San Antonio, you know, back when Miami Heat and LeBron and the Spurs was going at it in the finals. I remember him in the finals. So that's an interesting thing. He taking over the team over there. Yeah, that was claiming that it was some tanking allegedly involved with Portland and for gambling issues, that Terry Rozier allegedly had some inside information on who was playing, who wasn't playing, and things like that. And so yeah, I just wanted to chime in on that a little bit. I never was a big gambler, you know. I played fantasy before. I placed little bets, you know what I'm saying, on little games. I had some homies that, and when I watch the games and I see what's going on, and I give them like insiders on the little insider information, like, you know what I'm saying, what I know about the game, like for their parlay ticket, you know what I'm saying. But outside of that, never was a big gambler, you know, but it can be a habit, you know what I'm saying, touching on that situation. Golden State, second game, they beat Denver last night. Curry went off, and my thing is they looked good. They looked good against us. The Lakers did most definitely, but that was a big win against Denver last night. I just wondered if they can sustain that throughout the season, because we have seen some high points with them where they was leaning on Curry, and I've noticed like lately, the new Warriors lately, that they lean a lot on Curry. And if, you know, Curry had some injuries last year, that just go to me saying, is they going to sustain that? Will Jimmy Butler be able to pick up the load? And that's what I worry about by the Warriors, if they can sustain that, just like they sustained it in the past. Yeah, that worries me about them. But and then I was talking about Kansas City. I was chiming in on Kansas City. They got a game coming up against Washington. Cowboys beat them the previous week. I think we can beat them most definitely. Now that we got everybody back, we look like a different team. My thing about Kansas City Chiefs is if they can run the ball consistently. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them run the ball more consistently and get back to being that red zone team that they was, where they making big plays in the red zone. So if they can get back to doing what they was doing consistently, they gonna be big. And I also want to talk about LeBron's son that's coming up. He's playing for Arizona Wildcats. That's the team he chose for college. I'm real interested in seeing that coming up this November. You know what I'm saying? College basketball is popping off. I really don't like to watch college basketball until the end, you know what I'm saying? Because once March Madness and all that come around, that's when things get good. But I'm real interested in seeing Bryce, how he the young one, LeBron's young son. I'm really to see how he developed, because he got his body is, you know what I'm saying, he looked like more like his dad, you know what I'm saying. He got that muscle look, that tone, and I think he can be a good dunker, a slasher, you know what I'm saying. He looked like he compared to Bronny, you know what I'm saying, he looks like he's that factor, but we'll see, you know what I'm saying. It's a guy on his team that they say he got a person on his team that's good too. So like just like Bronny had Alexis Collier, the dude when he played for his college team. Bronny wasn't even a star. It was another good Alexis Collier. He in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? He was shining every night. He was getting his. So that's going to be interesting to see which brother going to turn out to be, you know what I'm saying, the one. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got some information on it, y'all want to chime in, we can chime in on it. And, you know, another team I like is the Georgia Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about the other day, you know what I'm saying, how they can just come back from being down, and then all of a sudden you leave and come back and they win a game. So that's a resilient group. You know, you're going to see me mainly talking about the Lakers and the Chiefs on here because those are my main teams. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk sports, we can get up on here and talk about the team. I really do think the Kansas City Chiefs with them, I think the rest of the season favors them. We do got a tough game with the Bills, and you know the Broncos done got better, but the AFC we can be right back there if we can just get past the Bills again. You know what I'm saying? Do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Look like Baltimore done took a step back. Look like since we lost against the Chargers, they've been looking all right, you know what I'm saying? It looks like we still got hope, you know what I'm saying, to get back. Look like we like not just got hope, but it looked like we can get back the rest of this season to being that team, because it's been showing lately. We've been looking like that it factor lately, so that's going to be interesting to see. And we got a Monday night game, you know what I'm saying, coming on at 7 against Washington. So that's going to be an interesting game, you know. And then we got the Cowboys coming up this year on Thanksgiving, which I think is going to be competitive, but I think we can beat the Cowboys. You know, we outside of Dallas, so we're going to talk about the Cowboys as well. Cowboys got Pickens. I really like him. He came out of Georgia. So it's going to be an interesting game with the Cowboys, but versus the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, but I think we can beat them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just on here chiming in before the game. About to watch the Lakers game. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I do interviews as well for entrepreneurs, rappers, or whatever you do. You cook or whatever. We here to promote you. If you want interviews, you can hit our inbox on Facebook, on Top of Your Game podcast, or you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. This will be shared, so comment and like, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. But I'm about to get out of here and try to catch this game, man. Peace.
We can get it going, yeah, right now. We can get it going, yeah, right now. Big dreams in a small town. I leveled up, they need to pipe down.